What's up, guys? I promised some League of Legends content on my channel, so this is going to be the first game that I cast. We're going to be going top lane as Renekton, counter-picking Jax here. So, obviously, like, Renekton is the main counter to Jax, but Jax can easily snowball and start to outscale Renekton if he is able to farm under tower and just kind of get some CS. He should just try not to die. Like, that should be the goal of Jax. We'll see how this game turns out. We're basically teaming up with Swain mid, going up against Zed, and then we have a Sivir as our AD carry, Yi as our jungler, and Gragas as our support. So if you look at most of our team comp, we basically have a really good pushing team, and we should be looking to win towards the mid game. And if it starts to go into late game, we're going to have some trouble because we're up against a Vayne. Elise doesn't scale like that much more crazy. I would say Yi probably outscales Elise anyway. Morgana's pretty good as a support. Zed is a very good late game champion, and Jax obviously will outscale Renekton at some point. So our team is very push oriented, and we should be trying to finish this game out, you know, before 30 minutes or so. We're going to all be starting to be outscaled around 25 to 30 minutes, and then it'll just get worse and worse as they start to pick up items. So that's basically my thought process going into this game, and looking at our team, looking at their team. We really have a big pushing team here. So I'm going to be watching mostly the top lane because this is, you know, from my perspective, I guess. And kind of just talking about, like, you really just want to bully Jax out of the lane as much as possible. Deny him as much CS early as possible. Try not to push the lane too crazily, though. I'm actually probably shouldn't really even be auto-attacking here. I do take stun first, the Ruthless Predator here. And that's because when Jax goes for his counter-strike, you want to be able to stun and walk away from him. Get away from his stun at level 1. Specifically, because Jax can actually beat Renekton at level 1. You want to be able to get up, you know, level 2, level 3 when you start getting your abilities. So I just poke him as he's coming up for CS. I'm watching my minion's health as well as his, and whenever he comes up to try to attack, you know, as you can see right there, I stun him and I walk away as soon as he procs his E. So that's what I want to be doing level 1. As I'm getting level 2, I do take my Q here just to add a little bit more sustain. I want to be able to out-sustain him in the lane. And just keep him down. I take Doran's Blade as well as him. I would say if you're up against a Renekton as Jax, you should probably take Cloth Armor and 5 health potions. You're going to want to sustain as much as possible. So that's my thought process there. Elise is going to come up and try to gank for him here. So I would like to see, like, Yi do some sort of a counter jungling thing if he sees her up here. I actually don't ward, and that's probably a mistake on my part. You know, I do have the trinket, I should be warding, but I could almost I can almost double kill them there. Jax is so low life that I probably could have fought, but I played it safe and just backed off. You know, I'm gonna respect Elise for right now. Although it is pretty close. Like, if I was a few more, if I had like level 4 or 5. I would probably try it, and obviously if I had level 6 I would definitely go for the double kill. But I try to play it a little bit more safe. I want to be able to, like, if I were to die there it would be really bad. And actually Yi comes up and tries to attack Elise here. I don't think we get any kills, mainly because he counter-strikes me away. And also I could have probably cut her off if I ran down the river, but she would have just escaped down this way, I guess. Although she could have done that either way, so maybe I should have cut her off that way. Made it so that Jax was kind of out of the fight more so, and we might have been able to pick up a kill. Might be something that I could have improved upon, but either way, things are going well. I'm almost double the CS of Jax, and he's not really able to CS. You know, I've successfully bullied the lane up to this point. Over in mid, Zed is slightly ahead on CS, but Swain is, you know, poking him down like you would expect here. And at some point, once Zed starts to get low, Swain will pick back up and get ahead of CS most likely. Bottom lane, Sivir is out farming Vayne quite a bit, probably because of Gragas's just barrels constantly hitting Vayne. But yeah, I'm gonna continue watching top. Jax got really low because Yi came in for a gank. So you know, he's pretty much diveable at this point. Like, if I want to go in on this, I probably could, with Yi's help. So he's actually, like, you can see, like, he wanted to back as soon as we started charging in. Elise is here as well. I end up getting first blood, but Yi goes down in the process. The good thing about that is that Jax didn't get an assist, so he got no gold for that. So right now I'm quite a bit stronger than Jax is. With Elise pushing out the lane, I don't really want to back at this point. But, you know, if Elise wasn't there, I would have backed and got some of my items for the gold that I got from First Blood. So, just CSing up, and Jax, I guess, did he take teleport? Yeah, so he took teleport. That's pretty smart. You want to be able to get back in lane as Jax as much as possible. It's also good for controlling objectives. I took Ignite because I want to be a bully. You know, when I play Renekton, I play Flash Ignite. When I play Jax, I play Flash Teleport like this guy is doing. So he goes double Doran's Blade, getting more and more sustain just as much as possible. He jumps on me and actually outtrades me because I still only have one Doran's Blade. And also it might have been a few mistakes on my part as well. Like, the double Doran's Blade isn't that big of a deal. You know, like, I should be able to still beat him up because it's Jax. He doesn't have a ton of damage until level 6. He does have some, but not nearly as much as Renekton in terms of just sustain and the bully power that Renekton has. So as you can see, Swain did catch back up in CS, and he hasn't had to back yet, but Zed does have to back because you can just poke him down. He also still has his first healing potion. Like, Zed hasn't really been able to do any poke to him whatsoever. Probably just CSing with his Q, I believe it is. Bottom lane Sivir is still just doing really good, and Elise is trying to gank down there. I would actually like Yi to spend more time down in bot lane and mid lane, because I'm going to be able to win this lane, and I won't need help until, you know, well after the mid game. If Jax starts to get too fed, I'll have to deal with that. So I ended up going back here when I believe I pushed the wave into the tower, and hoping that I can get back before he pushes his wave into my tower. Basically, that's kind of just the game for top lane, is you want to try to deny people CS. So now he's going to deny me a little bit of CS because he pushed the wave into the tower, and the tower's going to, you know, kill steal me a little bit before I get back. And that's just kind of the overall game, is you want to get ahead on CS, you also want to out-trade your opponent in top lane. I guess that's everywhere, but top lane seems very calculated to me. That's why I play it so much. I used to actually play mid lane when I played this game years ago, and I recently got back into it, and I just like top lane a lot more than I used to. I don't really know why. I guess I like these snowbally champions like Jax. That's actually my favorite champion right now. But I play Renekton just because if Jax gets like picked against me, I want to have something that can counter it. I have Ryze up my sleeve as well that I can play against him, but he doesn't counter him nearly as well as Renekton does. Also with this team, I wanted a more push-heavy champion like Renekton. Alright, so actually he went in on me there. He jumped up on me. We didn't get to see it, but I ended up diving him with my ultimate, and I used Q there to be able to survive that. I Q'd right here to get some lifesteal off the creeps and survive the one tower hit. So I ended up killing him again under his tower. And this is going really well for me. I'm still almost double his CS with 2 kills. So if we look at like the gold counts, you know, I'm 1,000 gold ahead of him. So I'm able to get up my my Tiamat, I guess is what it's called, and Tiamat, I don't know, and also a ward. Wards are very important on the top lane, like super important, especially on people that want to split push. If I end up taking this tower and I don't have wards in this general area along here, they're gonna just gank me. I won't be able to do it as effectively, I guess. I'll have to wait until I see like 3 or 4 people on the map and then be able to continue split pushing across the top lane. So you want to buy wards early on, and also like even if you haven't taken this tower, it's good to ward the river and the tri-bush here. So you want to buy wards, really important. Like that's one of the big mistakes that I see people make, is they don't want to spend 75 gold on a ward. So now I have like all of my abilities up my sleeve, and you can see I just kind of go in and poke him, and if he procs his E, I'll just get back out with slice and dice. He jumps on me, which is kind of crazy. He shouldn't be doing that. He should really be focusing on trying to CS. I guess he thinks that he can bully me out of lane at level 7, but I mean, I'm a level over him. He does have good sustain with a Vampiric Scepter and double Doran's Blade, but he's using mana on these trades as well. Like, he's out of mana now. He can't try to fight me anymore. And Elise comes up and tries to gank me. I'm gonna respect that. You know, I'm I don't have Jax low enough where I can do a double kill here. However, if they were to dive me under my tower, I would kill both of them. So I think she comes back up again, and I see her come over this way, and I try to bait her into diving me, because I was hoping Jax would dive me as well. So I'm gonna like go towards her, and you know, I'm gonna try to hope that she dives into me. She's just gonna poke me from out there. I don't really care much about that. You know, I'll use a health potion, and if they want to just sit up here, that's fine. I'm hoping that he gets something done. Unfortunately, he's in our jungle. I wish he would like go and take their red or something like that when Elise is all the way up here. So drop a ward in my tri-bush because Elise was up there. I need to know that she left, you know. It's the only way for me to know that I can actually go back down and start bullying Jax again. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bully Jax because I know that Elise probably isn't up here anymore. She could be in this bush, but it's been a while, so she'd be wasting a lot of time. And I might still be able to get out of that, since Jax has such low mana. He wouldn't be able to fully combo me, so it would really be Elise versus me, 1v1. So Swain is doing work in the mid lane. He's got 3 kills. Basically, we're crushing them right now. We have 10 kills to 4, and the only lane that's not really, I would say, that's not winning super hard is bot lane. Only because Vayne does have 2 kills. Sivir is out CSing her and has 3 kills as well, but I would say Vayne is definitely a harder carry than Sivir. Sivir is good, you know, towards the mid game, like I said, where most of our team is focused. But when it gets a little later, she falls off, whereas Vayne just turns into a hyper carry. So again, I'm pushing the lane into the tower because Jax is dead. I think I ended up killing him. I didn't show it, but you know, I'm just constantly bullying him, and anytime he jumps in, I don't really get scared of a fight. So I'm proxying the lane here. Like I could have killed this tower easily, but I'm letting it kill as many minions as possible. I can kill this pretty much at any point. You know, I could go in and I could just kill this before Jax could damage me enough right now. So I was just trying to let it kill as many minions as possible, just to deny Jax. Alright, so our bot lane just died. Vayne got another kill, which is not good. Like I said, bot lane is probably the one lane where I'm a little worried about it. If Vayne gets too fed, it's going to be really hard for us to push. Right around, I would say now is when our pushing is going to really start to come into effect. Like, you know, Swain is going to be able to push with his ultimate. I'm going to be able to push with all of my abilities. You have Gragas, which is just going to throw barrels. So if we wanted to group up, we could push down towers, but we can also push them down individually as well. We should probably work on, you know, I can get this tower down. Swain's probably going to be able to get this tower down in a little bit. But mid lane has to worry about, you know, dragon control and jungling like this and stuff like that. So he's going to come in and try to... they're going to try to chase Yi down. They do end up getting Yi, and they might actually get Swain as well, it looks like. So that's unfortunate. They're probably going to get a dragon out of it as well, which is bad for us. It puts them a little bit back into this game, I guess. You know, I'm doing my job. I'm shutting down Jax. So yeah, they ended up getting the dragon. I hope Sivir doesn't die here. That would be really bad. Looks like she might though. Yeah, she's gonna die. So really bad. Like, that was really bad for us. We had a huge advantage, and now it's just right back to the beginning. We're still stronger in terms of like our 5v5 versus their 5v5. I think we're still a little bit stronger because we're all kind of mid-game focused champions, and we're entering that phase right now. But the more gold we give them, it enters late game faster. You know, we don't want to be trading kills like that. Obviously, the fight was over the dragon, but it's unfortunate that we lost it. And Jax, I mean, he could be denied a little bit more, but the fact that he's died 3 times is pretty good. But 78 CS, you know, he's the leader of their CS on their team, so I could be doing a little bit better of a job denying him CS. It's actually right around now. Like, if you notice, I'm actually going Sunfire before I'm finishing off my Hydra. And the reason for that is because Jax is going to start doing a lot of damage at this point in the game. I want to have my armor up so that I can deal with him again. Like, he's actually able to bully me a little bit right now. And we do get a gank with Yi, so, and Swain actually, all come up here. So, you know, we all know that Jax could be a problem later on. So we want to gank him and keep him dead as much as possible. So we'll end up getting this turret. Eventually, even the creeps will get this turret. I'm not sure if we go straight for it, or if we're going to let it deny some creeps before we do. It looks like we're just going to killing... Yeah, we kill the turret, and that was kind of bad by Yi. Like, he shouldn't have went for that. Swain's going to come around, though, and pick off Elise, so it's not that big of a deal. So Elise gets shut down. And we'll rotate mid now. I think I actually back off here instead of rotating fully. I probably should rotate fully and get this tower though. Like, we really do need to push down lanes. We don't want to start to get outscaled. Like, it's not really close to that point in time yet. We have about 10 minutes to like get an inhibitor down, or at least a good amount of turrets where we have such an advantage that we can end out the game even in the late game. So we do get the turret, even without me. And I'm gonna head back top because I don't want to let Jax 1 get free farm and 2 start to push down my tower. Like, my tower's still full life, and they only have 1 tower total. We want to keep that going as long as possible. That's really where our advantage is coming from right now. Like, we're not super far ahead in CS in any lane. Sivir's slightly ahead, but they're still even in kills. Like, most of the kills are even except for me. Swain also is pretty much dominating his lane in terms of kills. Zed has slightly more CS, but that's not that big of a deal. So again, he pushed up a little bit too far, and he's getting punished for it. He's gonna get chunked down to half-life. I actually probably could have chased him there and killed him off, but I don't really know that I'm safe. Like, I guess I could have checked the minimap, seen that there was a fight going on here, and I probably could have chased him and killed him. But I took CS instead, and I don't know that he's over here yet. I'm not even sure that that ward can see it, but either way, I'm going to try to push down into his tower a little bit. I know he's half-life, and if I can force 2 people to come deal with me and give my team a 4v3, that's really good. So I'm just going to split push because I do have my Sunfire. I'm able to deal with Jax now. You know, I told you that he was able to bully me a little bit there. He's not able to do that anymore because I have my Sunfire. My damage got a big boost again with the Sunfire, and then also my armor and my sustain went up as well. So just again trying to poke him low so that I can go in and like either dive him or just make him back off and take this turret. Zed actually comes over, and this is where, you know, my team has a 4v5, although Gregus is back right now. I want to constantly have 2 people over here dealing with me. Either one back or dead and another one, or just 2 of them trying to kill me. You know, I want to be able to give my team an advantage there. That's how I prefer to play my top lanes. Same with Jax, I would do the same thing. Try to get more items. Like, the only thing that this guy did wrong is he played a little too aggressive against Renekton. He should have tried to farm more under the turret. He doesn't have really bad farm. For 20 minutes in the game, he's about 40 down or so from where he should be. Or at least, you know, a good average CS. Like, he's slightly under-farmed, but the 4 deaths are really what's hurting him. Because it just fed me up so that I can still deal with him at this point. If he didn't die, I probably still wouldn't even have the Sunfire and he would be able to deal with me a lot better. Like, you could see even before I got that Sunfire, he was able to bully me a little bit. So again, Elise is up here, Jax is back. My team has a 4v3. Unfortunately, Gregus is a little out of position, or they could easily take this tower right now. They did end up killing... What did they kill? Vayne? Yeah, they ended up killing Vayne. So, like, I mean, Swain knows like, you can go in on this. I mean, maybe not dive it, but you could at least siege the tower. You know, kill off this minion wave and do some damage to the tower. Again, Elise is rotating back down because Jax came back up. But Jax is playing really aggressive against me. Again, like, you shouldn't be playing aggressive against a Renekton that's 4 kills over you. if I didn't have these kills, he probably could kill me there. He could probably duel against me, but he still can't because of that. So I ended up killing him, and this puts their team in a really bad position now, because they're losing this bottom fight, and they're losing the top tower, because Jax died. Jax should have hugged the tower when he came back. Either that or let like Elise try to handle me, although that's probably not that good of a call. But like this is the time where we really need to start pushing. We're getting our towers down, so that's good. So Jax ends up TPing in, and they're gonna try to sandwich and kill me. Vayne I'm not that scared of, but you know the fact that Jax TPs, I'm a little scared of that. So I need to back off. I can't fight this. So they chase me a little bit, and then I'm just gonna back. I have a bunch of gold because I've been pushing for a long time, and I don't know what I end up buying, but it'll just help me deal with Jax even more. What does Jax actually have at this point? He's still working on his board, like he's still working on his first item, and I have, I guess, 1.5 items, and yeah, I actually just go into Randuin's here. I'm just getting more armor so that I can take 0 damage from Jax. Although Jax does do a little bit of magic damage as well, so I still don't even have my boots. Like another thing that a lot of people in the top lane don't realize, like you notice, like newer players to the top lane, is you actually don't need boots as much as other people because you're not going to be playing as much of a rotation game. All you really need to do is split push and back off when the enemy is coming to try to kill you. And if you're good at like map awareness, you don't actually really need boots until, like, I should have boots at this point. It's silly for me not to not have at least level 1 boots, but you shouldn't buy them as like one of your first items. Like you should complete a full item before you buy boots, almost always. But at this point, I think me buying boots is probably just something that I forgot. Like I just didn't buy boots, which is just silly, but it's not that big of a deal. Like boots actually hurt your overall power early on, so it's something that when I see someone go boots and I'm like playing Jax or something, I'll just continually try to pressure them because I know that if I leap on them, like they won't win an all-in because they have 300 gold committed to something that's not giving them damage. If they even just have basic boots. And this is all early game. Right now, there's no reason for me not to have boots. They're going to chase me as far back as they can. They actually do land that cocoon, which is pretty scary. So I slice away so that he can't leap on me and get the stun. Under the turret, I don't think they can fight me. Like I am low life, but like I just don't think that they can kill me. Like I'm pretty low, but he had to leave already. And as you can see, like I just juke around, and Yi comes up and finally saves the day, and I'm able to back off now. So I mean, yeah, I got really low life, but it's difficult to fight Renekton under the turret because he has sustain with his Q. And when he pops his ultimate, like, he just gets so tanky. And during that time, you know, I guess Yi came up and helped me, so it was a 3v3 elsewhere, but yeah, they end up surrendering here, so that's the game. You know, I ended 4-0 against Jax, and he ended 0-6. So, I mean, you just have to put him behind early, and then have your team gank him if you start to get a little far behind as Renekton. You just don't want to give him a kill. Like if you give Jax 1 kill, it's pretty much over. So don't give him a kill. Just try to deny him. Don't play overly aggressive, but play aggressive enough that he has to back off and not get CS. And if you do it properly, you should be able to shut down Jax well enough where you can win the game. But good Jax players will farm under the turret and not let you kill them. And then at like level 11 area, like level 12, I don't know. I don't know exactly when it happens, but Jax will start to outscale you as he starts to get some items online, and you won't have as many items as I have. So that's pretty much the game. I'll try to get like a Jax game up and maybe, you know, a mid lane game or something. I don't know. If there's specific heroes you want me to try to play, I will do that as well. Just I guess let me know in the comments. But that's my first League of Legends video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.